everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time seeing me, hello, my name is Maya. Welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to do a story time. As you can see by the title, I don't know what I'm titling it yet, but it's a story time. Okay? And so I don't know if you've seen it, but in one of my videos for my Walk with God series, I talked about anxiety and how I have had about three, I believe three. I know for sure two, but I think I had one more, but I'm not sure. I don't really know if that would count as an anxiety attack. But I talked about anxiety and having anxiety or panic attacks. And I said I was going to tell the story of my first anxiety attack. So that's what I'm going to do now. So, oh my gosh, my boyfriend's back. He's back online. Am I going to be able to finish the story before he calls? Probably not. It's okay, honey. You're not late. You're early. Okay, I'm just kidding. You're not early either. He always apologizes for being late. Why am I telling y'all my business? Y'all in my business. Don't do that. but yeah, I'll be back. I'm gonna ask him to give me like 10 minutes. Wait, what time is it over there? I don't know. Whatever. I'll be right back. I swear I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I can tell a story. He's getting some stuff together. What is this going on? I don't know. Put my hand down. Okay. So let me go back telling the story of my first ever anxiety attack. So I remember it was, I don't remember what time of the year it was, but I was still in college. It happened about 2 years ago, I would say. Yeah, 2 years ago. And I was in a church in my community. It was Christmas time. I remember it was around Christmas time. And my best friend, he invited me to a church program at one of the churches here in the community. And I went. And I was sitting there, and they were singing a song. And all of a sudden, like, my heart just started racing. And sorry, he just texted me something. Hold on. Pause for my calls. I'm sorry. I would just like to take this time to say I'm sorry for being a hot mess express. Ugh. My life. Hello, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time seeing me. My name is Maya. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all, that I am such a hot mess. Like, I am such a hot mess. Like, but my Bantu knots look pretty good, though. Okay, sorry. Does anybody else, when they do, I'm sorry, I'm about to go way off topic from what I'm supposed to be talking about, but real quick, does anyone else, who's natural, when you put Bantu knots in your hair, just think you look really weird? Like, okay, for me, I have a round face and my head is pretty big. And I feel like when I put Bantu knots on, or when my hair is in cornrows even, I feel like I look exactly like Raphael or Leonardo or Michelangelo. Like, I feel like I look like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Like, I feel like I look like a turtle. Like, why? I feel like I look so ugly when my hair is in a style like this. But it's like, it does really good for my hair when I put it in styles like this. Like, it does really, really, really good. So that's why I put them in these styles. And I feel like looking at just my hair, it looks really good and it looks really cute. But then when I look at my whole face and my hair, it just doesn't look about the right. So, but anyway, I don't know why I said that. But anyway, as you can see, I never came back to finish my story time. So I'm going to finish my story time now about anxiety. I did look at the videos or the the video that I started and didn't finish, but I felt like, you know what? Just start the whole story over. So I'm gonna start story over. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, so as I said, I was in a church. My best friend invited me to go to a church service with him. It was around Christmas time, I believe. It was 2 years ago, so I was a yeah, because now it's November, so I was like a junior. I think that would be me junior year in college. 2 years ago, Christmas, yeah, junior year. And I was just sitting in church and they were singing. I am one of those church people where, I used to be pretty ashamed to, I guess, worship or something. And it's not even because I was really ashamed of God. I was just ashamed of, how people talk about you. I know because I'm around people, aka my family, who after church would talk about people and how they praise God. And I'm just like, why would you talk, why are you, that's not your business. It's that's I don't indulge in that type of stuff because I'm like, that's not my business. Unless it's something weird. It's only one person who I've ever talked about when it comes to the way they worship in church, and that's a whole nother story time that I could tell. But I'm just like, well, why are y'all asking me about this person? I remember one time my mom asked me, she was like, what was wrong with so and so? Because if she was a young girl, she's closer in age to me and I was like, I don't know, how am I supposed to know? Why are you asking me this question? She was just praising God. I don't know. Why are you asking me? So I was always ashamed to try to praise God because everyone would be like, well, what's wrong with you? I did it one time and somebody asked me, what was wrong with me? And I'm like, that's none of your damn business. Oh, Lord, I shouldn't curse. That's none of your business. That's between me and God. And for you to judge me like that, yes, and they were a family member. I'm like, and for you to judge me like that, that shows me where your heart is. But anyway, that's besides the point. So I was just sitting there. They were singing, and I was just sitting there. I wasn't clapping. I wasn't singing along. I don't really sing in church. I might clap sometimes, but I don't sing. So I was just sitting there, and then I just noticed all of a sudden my heart started racing, really, really fast. I was like, what's just going on? At the program, nobody knew me. I don't think anybody was paying me any attention. I didn't have to go up there to do anything. Nothing was expected of me, but for some reason I just got this real nervous type feeling, and my heart started pounding really, really, really fast. Okay, I'm a fat girl, so it doesn't take much for me to get out of breath, but literally it felt like I had just ran I don't know, it felt like I just ran a mile or two or something, and I'm just like, yes, y'all, I don't run at all. So yes, even though a mile isn't that much for some of you, me running a mile, that is just a no-no. But I was just like, Jesus, what is going on? And so I was like, okay, well, maybe my heart will calm down in a minute. And then I noticed that my breathing, I was hyperventilating. I was just and I was like, what in the world is going on? It felt like I couldn't get enough air in, and it was I was like, what is going on? I felt nervous. I went looking around. I felt like I was about to cry. And I know a lot of people would see that and they would be like, oh, that's the spirit taking over. No, that was not the spirit taking over. That was something else. I was just like, what is going on? And my hands, they started getting clammy. I never have clammy hands. My hands are never clammy. If anything, my hands are always dry. I'm about to say, I think I got a cut on there now. Yes, I actually have a cut on my hand because it's that dry right now. But so my hands were getting clammy. I was starting to sweat, a cold sweat, not really a cold sweat, because I wasn't really cold, I don't think, but I don't know how I was feeling. I don't know if I was hot or cold. I don't really remember, but I just know I started sweating. My hands started sweating, and it felt like I couldn't breathe. It felt like I was ready to cry, and my heart kept beating really, really fast. So I was like, I don't know what's going on. I just sat there like that for a few minutes, and eventually it did go away, but it was just one of those things where I was like, what was that? and I didn't think it was a panic attack at first. I didn't know what it was, honestly, at first. I just thought maybe I was feeling nervous or something. And I just could remember stuff racing. Like, I can remember, like... Sorry, my ring light... that's a whole nother story I can tell. My ring light... I'll tell that story next. But, I just remember... being like a bunch of thoughts racing through my head, like, oh my gosh, what if someone notices me? Oh my gosh, what if they, ask for something? Like, I feel like whenever I go to churches with my best friend, like, that's why I really don't go with him anymore. I get really nervous because people try to take me out of my comfort zone, even as a visitor, because it happened one time, and I'll tell that story as well. I'm trying to get a lot of videos done today, so yes, you're going to see probably a lot of videos with me in this red shirt, and I probably won't post them till like 4 or 5 months from now, but still, anyway, that's the point. So, I didn't think anything of that panic attack, and I didn't think it was a panic attack. Not saying I didn't believe I was a person that could get panic attacks. Like, I never thought of myself really as a very anxious person. Like, I'm very shy. I am really shy, and when it comes to being around people, I am very quiet, and it does kind of make me nervous, but I never thought of myself as being like an anxious person. And honestly, I didn't really say that was a panic attack until it happened again. And the next time I had a panic attack, it was, where was I? It was I was at something school related or with an organization or something, and I just had a mini panic attack. I wasn't doing anything, just sitting there, and then my heart just started racing. But this one wasn't as severe as the first one, and it wasn't as long. Like, I felt like the first one lasted like forever. Like for one, the church I was at, they dragged that song all the way out. I don't remember what song it was, but I know they dragged it out. And so I had a panic attack throughout the whole song, and for the next part of whatever was after the song of the program, and then it was like after that was when I started to calm down. But the second time it happened, it was just small. It was just my heart started racing, and I just had these thoughts going through my head. Like, it was just like somebody looking at me like, what's going on around here? I didn't know what was going on, and it just felt like I couldn't breathe. But it only lasted for about 5 minutes or so, versus the other one lasted about, the first one I had lasted probably around 10 minutes. So cut it in half. But so yeah, ever since then, I don't think I've had another panic attack. No, I lie. I don't know if it was a panic attack or what. I think I did have a panic attack. I remember I was going to work for a marketing company, and for some reason I was so nervous and so scared for the first day of orientation. Why, I don't know, but I was definitely afraid. Like, for one, the job was 2 hours from where I live, so I had 2 hours to drive all the way there for orientation. And I remember I was on the phone with my boyfriend, and like, I just remember when it was actually time for me to go. I just remember when it was like time for me to hang up with him. I was like literally, if he was physically in front of me, I would probably not let him go. Like, I would just grab him and like keep him, like, and stay there with him. But because it was on the phone, of course, didn't do that. But I literally was so, like, I was literally about to cry that I was about to hang up on the phone with him. And partly it was going to be because I was going to miss him. But the other part was going to be because I'm about to go to this new job, And so I drove there. I cried, like, tears would fall down my face every once in a while on the way there. And then when I got there in the parking lot, I was early. My heart would not stop racing. My heart was racing. Tears kept coming on I was like sitting there, nervous, crying, for no reason. I was like, I literally remember saying to myself, girl, what are you crying for? Like, they're going to teach you what they want you to do on the job. Like, for one, this is just orientation day. Like, what are you crying for? What are you afraid of? And I just kept asking myself that. And the more I asked myself why I was nervous and tried to hype myself up, the more nervous I felt. And the more I like cried, the more I felt like I couldn't get any air in. And I was just like, what is going on? So that was the most recent, I think, panic attack. At first, I didn't want to call it a panic attack because I was like, well, I'm probably just nervous. But then I was like, no, all of that was way too much for just nervousness. I've been nervous before. That was a straight up panic attack, because when I'm nervous, it's like, yes, your heart beats, yeah, and you kind of feel like clammy or sweaty. But when your heart is beating and you feel like you can't get air in and you are just crying for no reason at all, like, nah. So that was the most recent panic attack I had, and this was in August. So 3 panic attacks. That's funny. My students think it's funny that I do 3 like this, because I think the other, I think this is weird. That's weird to me. So, but anyway, so yes, that's the story of me having panic attacks and me having anxiety. So yeah, so now I'm gonna go ahead and film some more videos, I guess. If you guys have any panic attack stories that you would like to share, leave it in the comment section below. Yeah, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, or not, just whatever. Yeah, feel free to share this or not, because this video kind of sucks. Anyway, but thumbs up, subscribe, share, all that jazz, and I'll see y'all in the next video.